In South Florida, deer are an important part of the habitat, not only for hunting, but also as prey for the endangered Florida panther. But deer populations have been declining, and that's a problem. Students at Warnell are trying to find out why by taking to the skies. This project, which studies animals, water, and human influences in Big Cypress National Preserve, is one of the dozens of projects underway at the Warnell School of Forestry and Natural Resources at the University of Georgia. Our students have a passion for the world around us and a curiosity for its inhabitants, on the land, in the water, or in the air. But what does it mean to be a Warnell student? Let's hear what our own students have to say.
Hey y'all, when I first decided that I wanted to pursue a degree in a natural resources field, I looked at several different options for school, but there are numerous reasons that I chose Warnell. We are located in a beautiful area of campus with so many study spaces right nearby. Additionally, Warnell provides a wide variety of different scholarships that have financially helped me and many others that I know. However, the most important reason I chose Warnell was because of the people. Your academic advisors will work with you to create a personalized schedule that will help you prepare for your desired career. The faculty always put you first, whether that's with a little extra help with the material, giving you a recommendation for grad school or an internship, or an amazing research opportunity. Warnell students are some of the most interesting and positive people I've ever met, and I'm so lucky that I get to call them peers. Thank you.
I chose the Warnell School of Forestry and Natural Resources for a couple different reasons. The first and main reason was because I love the outdoors and conservation, and I knew that Warnell was one of the best schools in the country for natural resources and had really great faculty and staff who shared my passions. After I learned about Warnell on my own, I was able to talk to some people within the school, and I could tell just how much they not only cared about the environment, but me personally. And I think that's really important, especially when going to a big school such as UGA. You're able to get that kind of small feel of a smaller, more personal school, but also be within that bigger context of UGA. Overall, Warnell is a really great school with really great experiences and opportunities and fun ways to learn.
Curious if you might fit in at Warnell? Here's a look at the programs we offer and what you can do with a degree for one of our programs.
All right, so we're doing aquatic macroinvertebrate surveys, and we're just trying to see what's in the area. Now, usually we would do a huge assessment with a bunch of people or a very long time, and then rate them based on sensitivity, and do a calculation to see how healthy the system is. We can't do that today because we don't have enough people or enough time, but that's what we usually do. And we have a fish expert over here who loves little fish, and we got some giant water bugs in this bag right here. That guy right there. He will hurt. Don't pick those up. Those will definitely hurt your hand. Please don't do that. But yeah, that's what we're doing, and this is what a lot of aquatic macroinvertebrate studiers do, or aquatic biologists, I should say.
Aquatic Sciences is one of our majors within the Fisheries and Wildlife program. Our Fisheries and Wildlife program is one of the top programs in the country and will equip you to become a fisheries or wildlife biologist. Aquatic Sciences teaches you about freshwater and ocean ecosystems, where you can take part in faculty research projects, internships, and learn to understand and manage aquatic systems. As a wildlife major, you may choose to focus on wildlife sciences or the pre-veterinary sciences track. One option fulfills the requirements to become a certified wildlife biologist, while the other fulfills all the requirements for entrance into UGA's veterinary school, or to become a certified wildlife biologist.
I love my classes at Warnell because they give me so many opportunities to get outside with my classmates and on my own. I've done a variety of things from trapping birds to learning how to identify tree species to removing antlers from deer at the UGA Deer Research Facility. There's never a dull moment, and there's definitely plenty of variety to keep you interested no matter what your career goals are. And the best part is, all of the classes are directly related to your career, so you're never going to feel like you're wasting your time sitting in a classroom.
Hi everyone, one of my favorite labs in Warnell is Habitat. Here we get to learn about all the different species and learn how the green world actually has different shades of green. Before taking this class, I had no idea that there was a difference in between a tree or a forb or a legume or a bush or a type of grass. But now I feel so lucky and so knowledgeable that I know that this is a mimosa tree. That over here, if you flip it over, this is a thorny elaeagnus and actually has silvery undersides. One cool thing about this class is that we actually get to save our presses to keep for our lifetime. Here is a plant press where we get to put in fresh plants, like you can see sticking out here, and have them come out as dried individuals that are ready for preservation. Then we even get to put them in this super cool book and label them and identify them to practice for our tests.
Ever drive along some country roads and see miles and miles of pine trees? These trees are important. They feed one of Georgia's largest industries and make Georgia the largest timber producer in the country. Yes, in the whole country. Our forestry majors learn how to sustainably manage forest lands to meet our demands for wood, clean water, wildlife habitat, conservation, and recreation. Students learn about forest ecosystems and management tools, and graduate to work in both urban and rural areas across Georgia or across the country.
One of my favorite things about Warnell is the structure of our labs and our classes. Our professors really value hands-on experience in preparing us for our future career, and therefore I'm afforded a lot of opportunities that a lot of other schools and colleges don't offer. Warnell actually has an entire forest right outside of UGA's campus called Whitehall, where we do all of our outdoor labs and research. But we also have labs like this one on campus. I can come in here and I can learn identification or techniques to use in my research in the future. I really love that Warnell values hands-on experience and that they're trying their best to teach us everything in the labs that we're going to need to know in our future career.
If you're interested in how people affect the world and the ways we can better understand and manage our natural resources, then check out majors available through our Natural Resource Management and Sustainability degree program. These include community forestry, arboriculture, geospatial information science, and water and soil resources. These programs blend new technologies with natural resources, and our students learn to develop realistic solutions to today's pressing ecological issues.
So, community forestry, what does that mean? What can that offer? What can that bring? So it's kind of neat. I can honestly say that I've been in forestry for over 20 years. Had no clue where and why and what that would provide for me. Being in high school, I always knew that I'd have some type of thing to do with outdoors, trees, wildlife, whatever the case may be. But just always knew I had a passion for it. The avenues that are provided in this industry is outstanding. In fact, it's almost mind-blowing. Working with Georgia Power in the utility sector of it is something that I never even would have known when I was 18, 16, 15, whatever the case may be. I just always knew I wanted to focus, do something for the community, and also just my love of trees to continue that education piece.
If you have a passion for outdoor recreation, you can find career opportunities through Warnell's major in Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Management. Through this major, our students gain an understanding of the management of natural resources for outdoor recreation and nature-based tourism. This major focuses on the human dimensions of managing natural resources, giving students real-world skills to work in tourism, parks, education, and more.
Before I learned about Warnell, I had no idea that I could have a career in something I loved, being outside. What I enjoy most is talking to people about the importance of an equitable relationship between ourselves and the outdoors, and coming to Warnell made me realize that this was all possible with a major in Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Management. Now I finally understand what they mean when they say work is play, because the work outside is never ending, and if that seems like play to you, then Warnell is where you should be.
Hello, if you're the kind of person who enjoys being outside, enjoys nature, and learning about the environment, and are considering pursuing a career in STEM, You should look into the many natural resource career opportunities provided through places such as the National Park Service, the Department of Natural Resources, and the United States Forest Service. You should also consider looking at the many natural resource majors provided through the Warnell School of Forestry and Natural Resources at the University of Georgia.
A career in the sciences doesn't have to mean working in a lab or an office. At Warnell, we learn outside, preparing our students for careers that directly affect the world around us. Consider a career in forestry and natural resources. Warnell is your key to unlocking this next adventure.